Yo guys, Heff here from Team Immunity, about to kick off with the second installment of the ACL Go Pro Series. Today we have a game from the ACL Sydney LAN of IC vs Death Eaters from Jim's point of view on Countdown TS. Before jumping to the game, I just want to outline a few key points to playing Countdown Team Slayer. It's all about map and power weapon control, controlling the rockets and snipe, forcing the other team to come to you, using the weapons to get easy kills, then using this advantage to push and get them into a spawn trap. Simple plays like controlling the other team's addicts allows you to make a lot of solid and aggressive pushes onto the other team by simply baiting yourself and being a nuisance to the enemy. Throughout the game, I'm going to analyse a few opportunities Jim had to help out his team a bit more by just playing slower and maintaining this map control. Anyway, let's jump right to it, and get started. Alright, after start here, you can see he puts on some nice shots, pushes straight through window to snipe. He sees two players and backs up. He chooses to go for addict control straight away. I really like this play. He has map control now for his team and is playing aggressive. He gets a nice call out and a nice little clean up. Again, he gets a nice call out from his teammate and gets a clean up. Now here he's in a power position with these rockets. He really should just slow play here and force the other team to come to him and keep map control for his team, but he chooses to drop down. Another thing I'd like to point out is that rockets are almost a guaranteed 4 kills when used right. You should just play slow and conservative with them and just get some easy kills. Try and put yourself in a good position where you can get these easy kills like addict, and just abuse having this control. Again here he's playing aggressive, but he gets a nice little clean up on carry there, but he chose to drop down from addict when he could have got those same shots from addict or bridge and then kept control for his team. Instead he puts himself in a bad position and gets cleaned up and loses map control. Here you can see he's pushing through to evade. He sees two players and chooses to back up. Here I would have played a lot more aggressive, but he chooses to opt for the flank, seeing that his teammate gets the cleanup. There you can see the nice little assist medal. He goes for the flank here. He sees an enemy. Flanking. Gets a nice little clean up carry there. He took himself out of the game with that flank when he could have played the initial aggressive play through evade. Here he gets into a 1v1 on Hopi. He's got nice shots, but the thing is, when you're on the other team's side of the map, you really don't want to get low shields because you never know where they are going to be. And you really want to stay alive, and just getting into 1v1s and getting low shields is just something you don't want to do. Again here he gets some nice shots on Hopi, but he ends up chasing the kill back across the map. I would have left that for another teammate to clean up and just kept playing aggressive. Anyway, but now you can see here he's pushing around with his team. One problem with this play is that both the snipe and camo did just come up. None of his team's really in position here. You can see he's pushing now towards snipe, and all of his team is slowly moving towards camo. He goes for a nice little flank here, knowing that the other team would have had camo and getting callouts from his teammates. He gets a nice clean up on Kalu. Here he should have opted to just turn and sprinted away, staying alive. You really need to utilize that sprint in Halo Reach, using it to stay alive and being a distraction. Here he's gets some nice teamwork shining through here, getting a nice flank again, cleaning up on Curry. Now he should be pushing towards addict control, seeing that the rockets are coming up at 12:10. He opts to go for the flank and push towards their flag. He should have kept playing aggressive there after getting that nice 5 on Curry to go help his teammates for rockets. But anyway, he ends up pushing through to flag into gate, and he gets some nice little cleanup kills. He does a great job here of staying alive and gets addict control once again. Now he's been in this position a lot all game, and he could have played a lot slower and conservative, and I think it really would have benefited his team a lot more. His teammate gets pushed there by the rocket player. Again, he could have stayed alive there simply by just hugging the wall. Like little things like that can be the difference between like a life and death, just cutting out that angle for Hopi. Okay, here again you can see that his teammate's been pushed up. He gets some nice shots here, baiting his teammate Jace up in attic and just using that angle to just help get him weak and let his teammate clean him up. Snipe was coming up here. You can see that, I believe that was Dumbledore, correct me if I'm wrong, just picked up the snipe. He's pushing up again. Alright, Camo's going to be coming up again here, so I'd like to see his team start making their way towards Camo. He gets into a 1v1 with Curry there, almost getting out DMR, but gets the clean up. I actually do like this play here. He probably could have dropped down to the tri-lift and gone for the flank here, knowing that Camo was coming up. He could have just pushed straight up back ramp straight away. He played a little too slow here, but eventually comes up for the flank. Again, if he played that a bit more aggressive, I think it really would have helped out his team a bit more, seeing that Camo was coming up. I like this push here into Attic. Again, he has Attic control, but he jumps straight down, giving away like that map control. His team just did such a great push, and they just chose to give it away. I just think that they need to slow down a bit more and start playing smarter. Really, is just it. He's put himself into a really bad position there. You never really want to challenge a person up in the attics when you're at gate, because you have nowhere to escape to, and basically they can just back up and you are out in the open weak. There he gets a odd spawn. Welcome to Halo Reach, I guess. And he gets into a 1v1 with Dark and gets killed. Again, he goes for the flank. He gets a nice clean up there on Carlu and keeps playing aggressive on Hopi. And, well, I think enough said there from Hopi, but anyway. Nice little bit of teamwork there. He probably could have backed up a little bit earlier. Hopi probably should have killed him there. Choking, I guess, on LAN. Okay. Again here, this is the big minute. This is where everyone wants to be setting up. Snipes coming up, Rocks coming up, then Camo coming straight after. He's in a great position here, maintaining top control and bridge. Again, he really just doesn't need to drop down straight away. He started dropping down there when he was being shot. He has a nice shot there and gets a nice clean up and ends up getting rockets anyway. Again, see how now he's playing? He's letting the other team just rush towards him and getting those easy pickup kills. And he gets a nice little killing spree, nice little rocket there, and pushes straight to Attic, maintaining this control. He's pretty much sealed the deal here. 2 kills left in it. Camo's coming up. You can see they're all doing a little teabag, a little victory dance. Gets a nice flank here on them on back ramp, spawn trapping him. Overall, I was really impressed with Jim's gameplay. He had a nice shot and did some good flanks, getting a lot of cleanups, and really utilised the last rockets effectively. As a team, they had a lot of nice little pushes, but unfortunately gave away map control after making these pushes because they were playing a little too aggressive and frantic at times. There was a point when Jace had Attic control, and Jim was able to get some nice cross-map team shot from their flag on the enemy, because he was able to bait him when he was in that position. I mean, little plays like that can be the difference between winning and losing games. Another thing I noticed was that this team was often out of position when the power weapons were coming up. You really want to be setting up for the power weapons early, making sure you get control of them. I mean, power weapon control is Countdown Slayer. They're quite often the difference between a 5 kill differential and, a 30 kill differential. By simply being aware of the game clock and having a bit more communication with your team can really help. But again, I was really impressed with Jim, and some of his team's pushes were excellent. I mean, it literally just is that one step further of keeping map control, and they could even take games off us. I mean, they showed a lot of potential there. Again, thanks for listening, guys, and keep your eyes out for episode 3. Peace!